this. Imagine, if you will, as I call it, who's driving the bus, okay? The body and all this stuff, well, let's call that the bus. And so the bus driver, typically, if we were focusing on something like right now, this conversation I'm having with you, my conscious mind, which is the mind that's processing this, it's experiencing it, it's looking at you, we're having this conversation, it's the one that we use when we want to make a change. We consciously think, I would like to have this in my life. It's the unconscious mind that drives the bus. As soon as I take my focus, my conscious focus, and place it on something. Now imagine you're driving your car right now and you're driving down the road, and maybe you are, and you're listening to me, and your conscious mind is paying attention to what I'm saying. Your unconscious mind is actually driving the car or the bus in this case. Now, if you're a poor driver, I can guarantee you when you are distracted, where your conscious attention is placed on something else, your driving is going to reflect who's driving it, right? So oftentimes in our lives, the subconscious mind is running programs that we handed off to it so that we could process other things, right? So we're always scanning the environment for contrast, for familiarity, so that we can feel safe in this world and then navigate it to the way that we want to be the best. Now, as soon as, again, when we take our focus and narrow it into something we want to deal with, anything that we're doing, you know, when we say that we're multitasking, well, a lot of that multitasking is being performed by the subconscious mind. Now, if the programming in the subconscious mind is positive, then we're going to notice positive things happening. But if it has some negative programming, like money is difficult to come by, that's a big one. It doesn't grow on trees. Work 80 hours a day so you can have it. Go out and pound the pavement. You know, you got to give up so much to be an entrepreneur. And I don't believe those things to be true. And because if we do, then we really end up sacrificing a lot of things. So there's a really cool technique that I'll share with you on how I decide or help people understand what it is that is a flow in their life, things that just naturally happen, and things that where there's resistance. It's kind of cool. If they want to do this, they can certainly do this if they're not driving. Again, is take out a piece of paper. It's a pretty easy thing to do. And on the top, you want to write on the left-hand side, things that just are easy, draw a line down the middle, and things that are difficult. It seems so basic, but it truly is this simple. And most things are, really. So for me, as we've discussed, nutrition and exercise and taking care of my body is an identity. And I work hard at it, but I don't. It flows. It's an easy thing for me to create a routine in the morning. So I could write that down. I say, taking care of my body is a flow statement. I don't have to think about it. My unconscious mind runs a program for me that says, this is my identity. There may be other areas where with my kids, maybe that's a great area. Maybe it's money, maybe it's relationships. But you'll get a pretty good feeling as you're going down, and look for the things that just flow. On the other side of the piece of paper, this is where we start saying, okay, I've lost that 10 pounds 10 times. I get money and it seems like I turn around and it's gone. I start a relationship and the next thing you know, I find reasons to get out of it. Okay, and it makes sense. I mean, if we're uncomfortable, those are typically things we're not very comfortable with. We feel ill at ease. And so we're trying to change a program that is resistant to that. And the good news is we can change it. But first, it's really good to identify